Distractions are everywhere. Noise is more than just sound in our lives. More is often considered to be better. More data on my phone, more screen size on my phone, more space in my house, more money in my life, more time at work. More. But what about simple? Whatever happened to simple? What if simple is a gateway to a meaningful more in our lives? What if simple was the fabric of the healthiest relationships that we have in our lives? What if your relationships were simpler? What if they didn't need a restaurant? What if they didn't need a movie, a concert hall, or any type of event? What if they just needed one another? What if you went to a restaurant and you walked through and you saw nothing but people eye to eye in conversation and not looking at phones? What if your cell phone right now really isn't silenced? What if you get a text message right now? Are you going to look at it? What if you block out the whole room right now and it's just me and you? This is the Internat Orphanage in far eastern Ukraine. And it's one of the places that I've had a chance to experience this type of simplicity in my life. I had a great opportunity in 2008 to travel to far eastern Ukraine to the Internat Orphanage on a mission trip. It was a very eye-opening and a very interesting experience for me, and obviously very impactful in my life. Aside from the normal travel issues of layovers, long flights, jet lag, all the things that come with that, we also took a 14-hour sleeper train ride from Kiev to far eastern Ukraine. I don't know if you've ever taken the sleeper train from Kiev to far east Ukraine, but if you have, you'll understand the journal entry that I wrote right after I boarded the train. This trip just got real. Once we got there and got off the train, we had about an hour or two ride on a van to the Internat Orphanage. And there we got to see our living quarters, and we got to see some of the students or the orphans there that we were going to work with during the week. I was filled with emotion, all types of emotion. It ranged from excitement to fear, from understanding to shock. And I find that after my reflection upon that all of that emotion was wrapped up in the complicated expectations that I took with me on the trip. I was excited because I had the expectation that these were people I was going to impact, and hopefully they were going to impact me. I was also fearful because I saw the living quarters, I saw the restroom facilities, and it wasn't quite as safe or convenient as I wanted. I was also very understanding because I expected it to be that way, but I was also quite shocked because I didn't quite expect to feel that type of need from these orphans. We had a lot of things wrapped up, but we had a lot of work to do in this camp. So the next morning, we woke up and we readied our supplies. I was tasked with doing a recreation station for the kids. The kids would sit inside, they would learn, they would sit in their desks, and then they would come outside to burn off their steam. So we had to be ready for them. We had all types of activities ready for them, 4 to 5 every single day. We would play Red Rover, we would play Ring Around the Rosie, we would play water balloon competitions, hula hoop competitions, you name it, we had it ready for these orphans when they came out there. And it took us about 2 days to realize that we had really complicated the whole thing because all they really wanted was a beach ball. That's it. A beach ball was all we needed. And this is a direct picture of what I experienced every single day, as one of their favorite games was throw the beach ball at the tall guy. They did everything with the beach ball, and it shocked me at how simple this could be and how we could spend a whole lot more time with one another instead of with all the hustle and the bustle that went around it. We turned a beach ball into all types of games. We made up things we weren't even expecting, and it became a lot simpler and a lot less complex. And we had this opportunity to play and play and play. We would eat 3 times a day together in the cafeteria. We would reminisce on the good times of that day, and we would look forward to the good times of the evening. And day after day, it was camp. It was camp over and over again. And it was simple and it was pure. But it was the evenings that really impacted me. Because at the evening, when our camp would end, about 5 o'clock, the kids from the town would return to their homes, and it would be just the orphans, and it would be just the workers left there at the orphanage. And we had to find something to do because, see, in Ukrainian summers, the sun may not go down until 10 o'clock. And if camp ended at 5, we had about 5 hours of time that we had to figure out what to do. We did everything. And it was during this time that I developed a very, very special bond with several girls at the orphanage. We played traditional games. We made up our own games. We took walks through the neighborhood. Sometimes we just sat there and we just spent time together. That's all we did, and that's all that was needed. And I developed this love for these kids, and I developed it through really doing nothing but being there. It was weeks later that I was going back and writing in my journal, and I thought to myself, as I wrote, how much I loved these kids, and how much I cared for them, and how much I wanted them to have such a rich, meaningful life. And then it dawned on me, I never even really had a conversation with them, because we don't even speak the same language. The English they knew was yes, no, and about 2 or 3 colors. The language I knew was hello, goodbye, and maybe thank you. So we used context clues and communicated, but it was something much deeper than just a simple conversation. And that had an impact on me in the sense that you didn't need an attachment in your relationship. Relationships are not complicated. They don't even need a conversation to go with them. And I think about these kids a lot. I think about my camp friends often. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder where they are. I wonder who's impacting them. And I wonder what their life is like. And I hope and I pray that they are able to find the simple evenings that we were able to experience together, because I know I have a hard time finding those myself. So again, distraction is real. Complexity is everywhere. But I tell you, we are everywhere also. So I'll leave you with this. What if we stop and reflect on our lives and we find those simple places in our lives that are meaningful in our relationships? What if we look at our loved ones and we say, you are enough? I think if we do that, my friends and I will give you 2 thumbs up. Thank you.